Hello, my name's Eliza. This is a weekly collective consciousness channeling offered for those who are listening. The intention here is that I am acting as a medium, a vessel to communicate with any beings who have positive intentions and appropriate information to pass on for the collective good to assist us all to move towards the alignment to love. Today I am recording this in front of a collection of my students for the How to Be Your Own Guru class. They, of course, have given me permission to record, so what that means is that they're going to be asking me some questions, which I'm going to answer in front of you. Okay. Yes, there are quite a few of you in the room today. We are grateful to have this opportunity to sit in front of you, to have a chance to create, to exchange information with you, and we are most welcoming of any questions that you would like to share with us. Please ask away. What would you like to know? Perhaps you do not wish to know anything and you feel as if you have received all of the information that you require. Perhaps you are already aware that all of the information that you require, that you have ever wanted to know, is available to you at any given moment, accessed through your heart space. Perhaps you have become aware of this and you are now left with no questions at a time when an audience has been given to ask questions. Or maybe some of you are just feeling a little shy to ask, perhaps knowing that there is a recording taking place. Or perhaps what you seek to know is that of the personal nature, and we wish to share with you now that any answers that come from us in regards to a question that you deem personal will also provide helpful information for the greater good. So we invite you, if you feel comfortable for it to be shared later on in the way that Eliza chooses to share it, then you are welcome to also ask questions of the personal nature. We are all in this co-creation together. One affects the other.
Question, it's in regards to teaching young kids, or how to cultivate this high learning with your kids, or kids in general.
Yes. Yes, this is a wonderful question. The question is how to cultivate the higher learning with children, kids, young, old, I also imagine you are asking about. And we wish to offer you with some very simple suggestions for that. And that is to simply teach them to notice what they notice, to be present with themselves, to get in touch with the way that they are feeling, to feel comfortable, facilitating for them a space where they can feel comfortable to share what it is that they are feeling in a way that will be heard and accepted, instead of trying to change what it is. Simply teach them to observe it. It is in the observing that they will also then have the capability, the capacity to receive what is deemed to be higher intelligence or higher information. We also invite you to simply encourage them, yes, encourage them to observe what moves around them in the world of nature, for everything that is to be learned on planet Earth has been embodied in some kind of element of nature. Everything that the Earth shows you, the shifts that it makes, the elemental bodies that present in your everyday life are there to provide you with some learning and information about how to exist as a soul on Earth in a harmonious way, moving towards unity. So when it comes to young children, we invite you to find perhaps metaphors for life in nature, to simply illuminate these for all beings, all humans, no matter how young or old, to point out and observe and to encourage them in their own quiet spaces to contemplate what it is that they have seen play out in the world of nature in front of them. We feel this is a really simple, very easy way. Also a way that allows them to practice being an observer, which will then give them wonderful tools to move forward into adulthood. Yes. What a wonderful question.
I have a question, please, in regards to manifesting our desires into our reality in this earth life. Do you have any advice for us or tools that we can take away to implement and try to achieve this for ourselves?
Yes, we wonder if you could give us an example of something that you are trying to manifest.
Let's say a child, for example, a desire to have a child and putting that into the vortex and melting into the idea of having that in my life or in our lives. How can we work with the universe in order to bring that in most easily?
Yes, a wonderful question indeed. And yes, we understand now what it is that you wish to understand. And this can certainly, as you have indicated, certainly apply to manifesting all things that you wish. And the simplest, most easiest way is to continue moving towards that which feels good for you, moving towards that which feels comfortable, surrendering the need to be right in a situation. Instead of finding yourself in rightness in any given situation, simply doing what feels better, allowing yourself to move closer and closer to feelings of joy that are embodied, that are felt and experienced in every one of your cells. For it is in the experiencing of joy that you open receptivity. And within the spaces, within the receptivity, you are then able to call in, if you like, anything that it is that you desire. And when it comes to bringing in some specific desires, we simply invite you to dream it, to imagine what it is like for you, how it would feel for you to have a child, to have a baby, what it would feel like for you to learn you are pregnant, what it would feel like for you to experience growing a baby inside of your body, what it would feel like to you to witness your baby in the physical for the first time, what it would feel like to you to introduce the baby to your family, to introduce the baby to your friends, what it would feel like for you to cradle it, to nurse it, to feed it, what it would feel like for you to walk down the street with a baby in a pram if that is your choice of travel, what it would feel like for you to have other people come up and notice your baby, people express love for your baby, people coo over it and wanted to know what its name is, what it would feel like for you to hear it cry, what it would feel like to you to find ways to comfort it, to be successful as a parent, to simply continue feeling these things, to use your imagination, yes, to use your ability to create what it is that you want through inviting the feelings, and to remove all doubt and all fear from your vortex, to simply ignore, if you like, the feelings of fear, and instead of moving towards fear or moving towards a sense of rightness, to move towards what feels more comfortable for you, to keep yourself in a place of comfort and to do what needs to be done in order for you to remain harmonious on the inside. For you, when you are in the harmonious state, you are in the receptive state. And when you are in the receptive state, there is so much space for the thing that you want to come to you. And it may come to you in unexpected ways, in ways you did not intend. So release the method that it comes to you and simply feel what it is like to have it already. Does that make sense?
Yes, thank you.
Wonderful, thank you. Your questions are most welcome. Any question is most welcome. We find the questions most fascinating, and we too learn from the questions.
I have a question. I have a curiosity about the acacia. I've been there twice now, and uh, the first time I was put in a green room, and the second time I felt really ill. So I just felt physically ill. The pain was going right through my body, and but I couldn't come out of it. And when I came out, I was physically ill. So I'm just wondering, why did that happen?
Why were you put in a green room and felt physically ill?
The first time I was put in the green room, and I believe that was for healing from the angels.
Mm-hmm.
But the second time, I'm not sure why I felt.
And do you speak of delving into a past life experience? Is this what you speak of?
Perhaps, yes.
You see, the library of information is open to those who wish to retrieve knowledge and wisdom from it. But if the awareness, the capacity to understand what is seen, what is shown in those spaces is meeting up with some fear or some resistance, within the resistance there will be conflict. Within the resistance there will be disharmony. It is helpful when delving into the records that are contained, that share and show the lives that, let's say, have been experienced on earth. It is helpful, it is advantageous and beneficial for the retriever to have a very set, stable understanding of itself in the current life, in the current existence on earth, to have, you could say, a sense of identity, a sense of being separate, as well as a sense of being connected to the whole, to have a very strong understanding of what it is to live in the light-based universe that you live in, to have a strong understanding of what it is to cross over into time and space before one delves too deeply into this area. For anything that creates disharmony, that is damaging to the soul, will not be shown through any kind of record retrieval. So sometimes you are shown small glimpses of things until some further understanding, or more specifically, a releasing of fear has taken place. Then you will have, if you like, a bit more of the door will come open, and then a little bit more, and then a little bit more, and then a little bit more, for you will never be shown something that traumatizes your soul. Certainly not through the will or the desire or intention of any spirits that you work with. Sometimes you will make a choice through the dictation of free will to receive information that creates a great conflict in you, but this is the choice that you have made in order to learn and evolve as a soul. But it is easier and more gentle to receive little bits of information and ensure that as you receive it, before you receive it, when you receive it, and after you receive it, you are feeling within yourself in a good place, in a comfortable, a place where you can feel beauty inside of you, an empowered place, if you like, before the information is received and therefore understood. Has this clarified?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
I have a question about life's purpose. I was wondering if you could shed some light on what maybe my personal life's purpose is.
You are on the journey to discovering your life purpose. You have glimpses and senses of it already. You know that it is to assist people, others, to help them to find states of harmony and comfortability within themselves. The current job that you have right now, where you are relating to people and you are learning to communicate with all different types of people, is, if you like, preparing you to fully step into your life purpose. The pathway that you choose to fulfill your life purpose is not yet set for you, Nikki. It is something that you will determine as you move a little further down your line. But you are coming to understand that your life purpose is to share information about how to find internal states of harmony. You are a teacher. You will and are becoming a leader, a way shower. You will delve quite deeply into techniques and states to calm the mind and the nervous system. Not control, but calm the mind and the nervous system to resource a sense of harmony within. There is currently a pathway illuminated around you to work with young people, to work with those who are crossing over into adolescence, to teach them how to navigate the trickery of life, how to navigate through the illusion, how to see clearly, how to open up their psychic sense, their heart, how to feel their way through maintaining their own state of personal harmony. And you have some awareness of this, is that correct? Yeah. And we thank you for choosing this as your pathway for this life, and there will be great lessons for you here, and we feel as if you are on the way to learning all of those lessons very gracefully, and we thank you for doing this work.
Thank you.
What is my life path?
Your life path is to embody someone who speaks truth from heart, who shares from an authentic place. You are in the process of a metamorphosis, if you like. You have been in a cocoon for what could be considered to be a long time. It's really quite a short time from our perspective, but considered to be quite a long time from the earth perspective. Perhaps you have been surrounding yourself in a protective cocoon, and this cocoon has in fact fed you. It has nourished you, has allowed you to feel safe in the world, and it has allowed you to grow. And very soon, dear friend, you will burst out of that cocoon and you will fly, and those who watch you fly will learn many great things, and you will not need to teach them directly. You will not need to even share specific words or techniques or tools with them. They will learn from you simply by watching the way that you metamorphosized from one state into a seemingly completely different state. And through this watching, they will come to understand that we are all caterpillars who turn into butterflies, and that the metamorphosis that occurs is something that occurs with all life on earth.
So is teaching my strength. What is my job?
Your job will be anything you choose it to be. Your chosen life purpose is to exist, is to simply be, and to allow others to see you being. And this is key here, to allow others to see you being. Not necessarily to teach them directly, just to allow them to see you being, to share, if you like, and teach, if you like, from an embodied place, from a place that is living, that is existing as love, also existing in truth as broken and whole at the same time, as above and below, as dark and light, existing in one reality, in harmony at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'd like to know my life purpose as well, but also what kind of steps I can take at the present time to get closer to it.
You are taking them. Beautiful one. Your life purpose is to smile. Your life purpose is to share joy, to show others how to remember joy, how to be joy, how to find joy and beauty and pleasure in any given moment, no matter where they are and no matter what the circumstances. You have come to simply be joy. So smile, laugh, do whatever it is that you want to do in order to be happy. And when you can, share that with as many people as you can, however you can. That's all. And you are already doing it. You are already doing all of the things you need to do it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I have a question. I work with children, and is there anything else for me after that, or is this it for me?
Can you clarify the question?
Yeah, I work with children.
Yes.
So is there anything else after this, or is it just this?
Will there be any other work options for you?
Yes.
That is up to you. That is completely your choice. There are infinite possibilities for you. If you wish to work in a completely different field, then you may work in a completely different field. There is no limitations. There are no pathways that you are not allowed to go down. You can work with whoever you want, however you want. Working with children is something that is giving you a great deal of information right now, and it is helping you to also educate your children who will have their own children one day. You are passing down information through your DNA that is very helpful for the grand evolution of this planet. What you choose to do with your work moving forward is up to you. You can decide in any moment what it is you wish to share with the world and how you wish to share it.
Thank you.
I would like to ask something. Is there Is there any message for me from my higher self, from my spirit guides that I should be?
You are and have been a queen. A queen is perhaps not an accurate word. We are unsure what word to use. You have been the leader of a grand, complex, highly evolved society, a civilization. And this wisdom that you gained in this time is a wisdom that, if you so choose, will soon be shared with those that you encounter. You are a way shower, a leader who embodies the role of leading in a humble, graceful way. Your chosen purpose, also the method with which you will learn your lessons through this life, will come when you step into a position where you, if you like, put yourself above others in the way that you have information that is different from what they have. You will do this in a very humble way, for you have learned this through many lifetimes of being in that power position. So you will show others what it is like to be in a position of power and still consider yourself equal, still treat others with respect, and still act in a way that is humble, while you are also exhibiting a great deal of empowerment. The way that you choose to step into this, the role that you use to do this, is undecided. But the time is coming for you very soon where you will feel yourself rise up and take your throne, if you like. And you have made measures in your life, grand, great measures, to change your life completely, because you were compelled to do this. And this was part of your evolution and part of your pathway in order for you to reach the throne that you will take. And we thank you for making those choices and for following that guidance that you felt from inside of you. The reason why you have sometimes intense conflicts is because you hold an intense amount of power inside of you. It has been long cultivated on earth, and soon you will allow this power to be shared, and others will come to understand why it is you existed in such conflict. And you will soon find ways to feel safe and comfortable to share this power with the world. And there will be great changes around you.
Thank you. I'd like to ask a question on the same track. I'd like to know what my life purpose is and how I can most successfully do it.
You are a healer. You have chosen to bring light, from a energy planet, from a place that is pure energy. You have chosen to come and be one of the ones who embodies this light, this energy, this frequency, if you like, this vibration, in order for it to permeate into the spaces around you. And in this way, you will heal the spaces that you enter. You will most likely make a choice to do this in a practical way, in a way that shares some knowledge or wisdom with the world, and that is perfectly acceptable and perfectly welcome. Of course, you can choose whatever way you like to share the knowledge, but your purpose is to create a positive effect in the spaces around you by existing and living in a state of self-healing. in a state of constantly replenishing, rejuvenating the self. This is why you feel inclined to move towards happiness and joy, and why you feel inclined to encourage others to move towards positivity. Because it is in through you existing and continuing to reorient yourself back to states of positivity, you will have a positive impact on the space around you.
Is there any other guidance from my spirit guides that would be useful for me at this time?
Yes, learning some form of energy healing or movement would be advantageous for you, whether you do that through a kind of movement practice that is similar to Tai Chi or Qigong, or whether you do that through a kind of a Reiki practice or a pranic healing practice. Simply developing the skills of healing yourself and others through energy work will provide you with a very beneficial understanding as you move forward.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and yes, Eliza also has a technique that she could teach you if you so choose for energy work. Yes, we like that method as well.
That would be great. I've studied Reiki already, so
Okay.
but I haven't applied it much yet. So I'm ready to
okay.
move
Yes.
into that more. Thank you.
Okay. Yes. In that case, the fluidity and the femininity, if you like, of the method that has come through Eliza may be beneficial for you. You may find a resonance with that.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Does anyone else have any questions?
Can I ask for any messages from my higher self or other beings or advice?
Move away from those who you feel a drain of energy. That's all. Move away from those who do not inspire you. Distance yourself from those who you feel bring you down. Turn down your light. Surround yourself with those who inspire you, who illuminate in front of you and encourage you to remain in an illuminated state. And this is, of course, helpful for all beings. But there are some in your life now who you are holding on to for perhaps sentimental or emotional or certain patterns, certain belief systems tell you that you need to. And it would be helpful for you to move away from those who you do not feel good to be around.
Just on that, any advice on how I can feel a bit more comfortable around other people? When I feel like there's a good connection and it's positive, I kind of freak out a little and move away.
Yes, we invite you simply to put your hand on your solar plexus, to ask your hand to energize that area for you. That is all. Just dropping into some conscious awareness to that area when you're in the moment, in that state, and simply asking your hand, your palm chakra, to send some energizing energy. That's fun. Some energizing energy into that area in order to expand it and illuminate it and create some confidence and clarity in that space that will give you a feeling of comfortability and safety.
I have a question. Um, I'd like to know too what my higher self or my spirit guides, what information they have for me, and if any of my loved ones were passed. I'd like to know.
Your loved ones are with you. They are remaining with you for some time. In fact, they are remaining with you until you feel comfortable enough to be without them, if you like. They are very grateful that you continue to remain connected to them, because in watching you, in being with you, in supporting you and guiding you from the spirit world, they are also continuing to evolve. You are helping them to continue growing as individual souls by inviting them into your world still, by welcoming them into your space. And they will remain with you for as long as you like. As far as what you can do, you are already doing it. You have learned many things and you have come so far on your path of evolution. And we invite you to pause and be reverent and be grateful and be supporting and self-loving and self-nurturing, and to let yourself know you're learning so much, you've done so well, you're doing so well, what a wonderful thing you are. To give yourself lots of love. In fact, we invite you to spend time looking in the mirror and saying wonderful things to yourself. Perhaps saying the things that your loved ones would have said to you. Looking in the mirror and saying those, they will be there right beside you on either side of you, also saying these things to you. They will whisper them into your ear and you will feel it is true. This is all. Everything else you are already doing. You are moving very quickly. And so we ask you to just be gentle with yourself and to not run ahead. You have had a very big transition, and it is important to be very gentle with thyself when you have transformed and transcended so much in a short time.
I'm curious of the lessons of some of my past lives. If there are any, I guess, main events or reviews from them that can be clear for me to move forward in this life.
Do you speak of a specific past life glimpse or regression that you have had? For we see many lives, and all of those lives play out, have some effect in your current life.
I'm curious about my time in the fire tribe.
Yes. You were a great warrior. You were involved in the fight that catalyzed as the end of the time of Atlantis. This fight was between the fire tribe and the water tribe. You were a very fierce fire warrior. You were a female. You were one of the females who protected the main fire that fueled all of the fires for the fire tribe. And when the water warriors came to put out the fire, you were one of the ones who died protecting the sacred fire. The fire was taken. Atlantis collapsed, you could say. It somewhat imploded because of this conflict, because of this war. And some of the fire tribe, the women who were left over, whose job it was to protect the sacred fire, they were all in a family. They were one family. It was their job to protect the sacred fire. Some of the women in this tribe retreated to the caves. When the fire went out, they went to the caves, and within the caves, they learned the ways of the panther. For at that time, one of the women, the last one standing before the fire was put out, jumped into the fire and was transformed into, you could say, a half panther, half person. She then retreated to the caves, and those who were left, who were willing to learn, learned the ways of the panther, learned how to exist in the dark, in the shadows, how to breathe fire from within. Instead of learning how to contain, how to fuel and manipulate fire in the outside, they learned how to embody fire. This is something that you will go on to teach others in this current life. It may not come for you for another decade or so, but you are cultivating ways to fuel an internal flame, and these ways are ancient in your understanding. You are in the process of a great remembering of what that is to be that. We recommend you continue journeying with the panther, continue journeying with the element of fire, and come into a very intelligent, well-rounded understanding of what the elemental fire does, what it contributes to the great picture of the planet, what it has contributed to in the evolution of this planet, and how it works alongside and in synergy with all of the other elements. Delving into these understandings will give you information that you will go on to teach others. You will be teaching young boys, mostly, and you will find great joy and pride in doing this.
I have a question if there are any messages from my higher guides or higher self that would be relevant for right now.
Don't be so mean to yourself. Be very gentle. Think of yourself in the nicest ways possible. Regardless of how you express, regardless of what feeling is there, of how you look, of what you say, of what you don't say, of what you do, of what you don't do. Be kind to yourself. Speak nice words to yourself. Take baths. Bathe under soft light. Be near salt lamps. They will encourage you to be gentle and soft with yourself. Enjoy pleasant scents, soft, soothing sounds. Move away from things that are loud and aggressive, for they are triggering your fear.
I have a question in relation to communicating with spirit. Sometimes I receive information for other people. Sometimes it might be a message from someone that's passed over, and it will come in a glimpse, and then I seek to obtain more information, but I can't. Or at other times I try to communicate and get the information, but I can't. So sometimes it comes to me easily and sometimes it doesn't. So my question is, how can I work on cultivating this this gift or tool so that I can help others or serve others here with it?
We recommend spending some time every day in a state of meditation. As you are in the state of meditation, imagining that your third eye is connecting to your throat, is connecting to your heart. Focusing on the line of communication from your heart to your throat to your third eye, clearing that up, cleansing that, continuing to use whatever color light you like in a state of meditation to open and access that, and doing this in a methodical way that gives you some structure, so that every day at a particular time in the day, you know you will drop into a state of meditation. This will simply help you to cultivate the lines of communication so that they can open clearly and you can access the tap, if you like, whenever you want or need to. We are seeing lilac as a color that you could use to open the lines of communication between those three centers.
Thank you.
Okay.
Just simply want to thank on everyone's behalf for being here, helping us, answering our questions, sending you love, white light from all of us. Thank you.
It is our great honor to commune with you in this way. We are always willing to communicate, to pass on relevant information, to be of benefit. We are always willing to communicate with you and to share wisdom and knowledge, and we appreciate you opening a space and asking the questions. We are grateful that you asked the questions, for in asking the questions, you are changing the state of consciousness of everyone on this planet. Keep asking questions, keep being curious. This is a most wonderful thing. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna tie this off. It's heavy. It's like I can't feel my head, but I can also feel this heaviness. Whew. Okay. Cool.
Need some water?
Sure, yeah.